Now, our special guest for the morning, ladies and gentlemen, you've heard him already, the wonderful Mr. Richard O'Brien!
And I'm not eating that.
Oh, will you lick it?
No!
Go on, lick the cupcake.
No.
Are you a health food freak?
Nope.
OK. You just don't fancy
Just don't like the look of that.
No. You should have had the one we had yesterday. It was made with courgettes. Now, Richard's timeless, peerless musical, The Rocky Horror Show, is just about to go on tour again, kicking off at the Wimbledon Theatre in South London on Thursday. You wrote it, what?
That's an odd day of the week, isn't it?
Yeah. 36 years ago you wrote it?
Something of that nature,
Did you have any concept, any notion that it might still be running today?
No, I was talking to the chap that's driving me up here today about that thing, and I think that part of its success is the fact that it was just going to be fun. And I think that element comes over. I really believe that nobody had any idea about any of its potential. 3 weeks fun, and that was it. And I think it shows every time the show plays that comes across somehow.
The fun element of it.
I think it does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm fascinated. What were the circumstances you were in at the time of writing?
I was unemployed. I had been let go. I was in Jesus Christ Superstar, and I was supposed to take over the role of King Herod. And Robert Stigwood came along and sat in the box one afternoon, and I had to go on and do the do the bit, and it was a bit like performing for Caesar.
I can imagine.
And you know, at the end of it, and I'd done it, you're going to go, no. So they let me go, and I went home and wrote Rocky Horror, which was really, you know, being fired was actually rather the best thing that ever happened to me in my life.
I mean, it's happened to me, and it did me no harm. It doesn't always work out for everybody. Are you going to resurrect Riff Raff yourself in this production?
I am kind of like getting, you know, towards the 10. So I think it might be a bit difficult kicking my legs up. I'd rather not do that on a nightly basis.
So you're not going to appear in it?
No.
Oh.
No. You know, there's young people out there full of life and vitality, and, you know, let them have a go.
Now, you famously sold the movie rights for next to nothing.
Well,
this was for £1.
I guess we didn't know what we were doing with dealing with Hollywood in those days. And, of course, neither did they. The idea of VHS and now DVDs coming along didn't ever cost anybody's mind. And you get lost in the shuffle, you know. And but you know, I'm not bitter about it. Just cheesed off.
Just twisted.
Why?
No, I mean, it is such a fun show. I mean, I guess everyone must have seen it by now. I mean, how can you resist when you've got songs like this? Did you see him? Did you see Biggins?
Christopher Biggins with a cream bun. There he is.
Everybody likes a cupcake, Richard, apart from yourself and Larry. Was it fun to make?
I suppose so. I don't think, truthfully, when you're doing something like that, you think about that till afterwards. You're so busy getting there and doing the job, you know. But it seemed pretty trouble-free. I mean, putting up with the riggers saying every time I had that hump on my back, there's Riff Raff and come and they go, oh, Richard's got the hump, Richard's got the hump, got the hump, Richard's got the hump, every day. Every day. They go, oh, yeah, that's funny.
Now, is it true that your mum was the inspiration for one of the major characters?
Well, no, not really. But
a
manipulative kind of drama queen. I think there's a little element of something
her.
going on there. Yes, I can draw a kind of correlation there. Yeah.
Did she recognise herself?
No, possibly not.
Probably for the best. Oh, that's such a good look, isn't it? It really is. Now, is it true there's another musical production on the go?
I'm doing a musical called The Stripper, which is based on a dime novel, pulp fiction detective tale set in 1961. And it's bullets and burlesque, the director calls it. I call it tits and guns. It's kind of like, you know, all that stuff of those cheap, tacky detective tales that you used to be able to buy with jazz songs, and called The Stripper.
How intriguing. When will we get to see it?
We're doing 3 weeks at Hornchurch in Essex, then we go up to Milton Keynes for a week, and then we go to Glasgow for a week, and then we come back and sit down and discuss whether it's got any mileage.
It's got legs.
Yeah.
Can I just say The Stripper will go down very well in Glasgow, my hometown? I also read somewhere that you gave up money in the 60s.
Well, I was when I left New Zealand in 1964 to come to England. I was earning 20 quid a week, which was for a 22-year-old boy was a lot of money. And I was only cutting hair. And I got to England, and the average wage in Great Britain in 1964 was about £10 a week, I think, for grown men. And I've been getting twice as much as that. And the New Zealand pound was exactly the same value as a British pound. And so I immediately went down to half of what I'd been earning. And then I wanted to get into the theatre, and I thought all I want to do was be in a theatre. And so I got a job backstage for £1 a show, 8 shows a week. And by the time you paid your tax and paid, I was living on about 3 quid a week, I suppose, and going hungry and walking around. But it was my choice. That was my decision to do that, and I didn't resent it at all or regret it. I knew I had no money, but I wanted to be where I was, and I never saw myself as impoverished. I never begged. Never did anything like that. And it annoys me today with young people begging because they've sort of given up on themselves, and I don't like that.
Okay. Well, it's good to have you here, as per usual. We've got some great talking points.
Have any more on the arse off you?
Huh? No, not at all.
Sorry.
No, not at all. It's not the time. No, we have students here. I'm worried that they may fall asleep because most of them look like they haven't been to bed yet. Let's tell you about today's show.